Speaker note. This morning, a leopard dropped a dead antelope out of a tree onto the ground next to me, and now I am splattered with antelope blood. Welcome to South Africa. I've flown to South Africa to spend a week exploring here. I've heard a few different explanations behind why the homes are painted so bright. After a couple of weeks exploring in Namibia, which was amazing, if you didn't see that video, I'll have it linked up here or down below. I'm spending a few days in Cape Town, and then I'm going to be flying to the Kruger National Park area to visit Sabi Sands, which I will talk about more when I get there. I'm staying on the waterfront here in Cape Town, and to be honest, my first impression is that it reminds me of San Francisco. This morning when I woke up, there was this foggy low marine layer and there's lots of shops and restaurants. I have an incredible view from this room, which I was not expecting, and I'm super happy with my choice to stay in this area. So, the first thing I have planned here in Cape Town is a private tour. I thought about renting a car, but they drive on the left side of the road here, and that made me a little nervous. So, I've hired a private guide for half a day to take me down to Simonstown where the Boulders Penguin Colony is and down to the Cape of Good Hope. The Boulders Penguin Colony has a pretty incredible origin story, because this colony started in 1982 with just 2 breeding pairs. Today it consists of around 3,000 birds, and they're under the protection of the Cape Nature Conservation because the species is on the verge of extinction. After spending some time with the penguins, we drove down toward the Cape of Good Hope, which is the very tip of the peninsula. If you come to Cape Town, you have to do this drive and you will probably see some ostriches along the way. Then heading back toward Cape Town, we drove the famous Chapman Peak Drive. This is considered one of the most spectacular coastal drives in the world. The road was hacked into the near vertical face of the mountain, so you feel like you're hanging over the water and the views are outstanding. Once back in Cape Town, I stopped in Bo-Kaap, a neighborhood known for its colorful homes. One is that homeowners painted them bright as an expression of freedom. Another explanation is people just bought whatever paint color was cheapest. Regardless, this neighborhood has a lot of history and there are even walking tours you can take here to learn more about it. Something else in Cape Town that's an absolute must is a trip up the Table Mountain Aerial Tramway. When I went up, it was completely clouded in at the top, which was actually really cool because I got to stand above the clouds and then about 30 minutes later, it opened up. And holy cow, I think Cape Town wins for the most scenic big city I have ever been to. The views you get up on the mountains around this city on this coast are unreal. Another popular thing to do here is hike Lion's Head. This is an iconic feature of Cape Town, which you can see here. There are ridges circling around it that you hike up. You can even see some tiny people standing on the top.